Hey, what's up, you guys? My name is YoloPhonik. I am a alternative music producer and DJ from South Africa. I think what's cool is I can mostly speak from a production standpoint because I mainly produce. That's really the core of everything. So it starts from me producing ideas and stuff, like whether it's a remix or an original idea, and then I get to showcase that as a DJ. That's kind of where the world expands, and it's really dope to see how people receive certain songs, and how like how they feel about it. Essentially, I think that kind of helps me navigate how I then go forward with the production, since that's the focal point. So yeah, it's really dope getting to showcase like what I've been working on and seeing the reception from different people. I always feel like DJs kind of have a responsibility to put people onto new stuff, and that's something I always try to put into my sets as well. So there is a bit of familiarity, but also stuff you haven't heard of, and it's kind of like I want you to go digging and be like, oh, who is this? Like, what's their vibe? So yeah. Yeah, I'd say for me, it's definitely the music production because I started off with it. So there's a lot of history there. And if I were to really take everything away, I'd want to just stick to the music production. I think that's where the essence of YoloPhonik is. So yeah, I really can't see myself doing anything else really. So yeah, I think that's the focal point, and that's kind of where my head's been for the longest time, and I'm okay with it being that way. So I'm not aiming to become the best songwriter in the world or the best DJ in the world. I think that's just another form of expression for me, but the music production is really where my heart is. So I always feel like, so I'm a bit hard on myself in the sense where I always know I can kind of do better than the last thing, where it's like, oh yeah, the song's out, it's cool, the reception's great, but it's like, how do we elevate? How do we keep growing and evolving? And I think that kind of mindset is also like, it's kind of deterred me from like releasing some songs, because I think it's always like, oh, it's a great idea, but I could add more. And as I grow and develop as a producer, I can see myself improving, and it's like, oh, okay, yeah, this idea from 2 years ago is pretty solid, but given what I've learned over the past 2 years, I can touch up on it. So I feel like I've been struggling to complete ideas, even though I feel like they're really strong ideas, but it's like I need to start dropping now. So that's currently been my dilemma. But yeah, I've never with every release, I'm proud of them, but it's hard to say which ones are like, yeah, this one, oh, changed my life, that kind of thing. It really showed me how creative I could be. I think it's such a cool outlet, and it's really cool seeing how I've been able to reinvent ideas. I look at it from like, for example, the remixing, how I'd take a song that's like piano based or house based and turn it into R&B, or vice versa. I think that's such a cool thing to notice or like pick up on and be like, it's actually cool how creative the brain is, right? In terms of the DJing thing, like I said, I'm not the most social person, right? So with the DJing thing, you kind of have to build that, a muscle, essentially. I don't know if that's the right phrasing, but yeah, essentially. And when I started DJing, it helped me come out of my shell, be more comfortable, be more sociable, and also like learn and improve on like my social skills. And yeah, I think it's something I hear from time to time, but people would say like I am a personable person, and that's pretty awesome. So I appreciate that. Yeah. I'd go as far as like me being a pretty young kid. There was always music playing in the house, whether it was my grandfather or my aunt or my mom or my uncle. And what was really dope is that they all listened to quite a range of music. So my uncle would play like reggae and neo soul. my mom would play like pop hits, my aunt would play like you know, like just a variety of music. So essentially me being exposed to that, as a kid I was always told that like I'd sing to like the different songs and stuff, and it was quite a wholesome thing. So then I would sing quite a lot, and growing up I'd get told that like, oh, you have a pretty decent voice, you know. So it was something I thought I would like maybe explore and be like, oh, okay, maybe this could be something. And then I'd fast forward to like 2011, where a friend of mine from primary school put me onto FL Studio. That's a production software. And essentially, that's when, at the time, it was kind of like, okay, this is a production software, but with my interest in singing, I thought, hey, let me just write my own songs and also learn how to produce. So that's how it essentially started off. But then as I dabbled more into production, I started realizing how much I really loved doing that, and that kind of became the forefront. Hence why it's like on the top in terms of the hierarchy. So then, yeah, like going forward, then production became the forefront and something I really loved doing, and that's how it's been since. Listen to different genres of music. I think that really, it really opens up so many possibilities. And I think you hear it quite a lot from other established producers. One thing they'll tell you is kind of copy your favorite producer, because essentially what that does is that it kind of teaches you their techniques and methods. But then as time goes on, you should be able to then find your own identity. So it's kind of like using them as a source of inspiration, not to say that you should be exactly like so-and-so, right? So like kind of looking at what do you enjoy about that person's production, incorporating that, learning how to do such things, and then taking it from there. And then, yeah, afterwards, it's kind of then allowing yourself to fuse that with your own ideas, your own identity. Also be patient, you know, especially if you want to go into this long term. It does take time. It does take time. Like I said, I technically started producing in 2011, but I feel like 2013 was really where I decided like, okay, this is what I want to do professionally and full time. So from 2013 up until now, things only really started like shifting for me in like 2018. You know, so it is a journey, and I think you have to be very patient with yourself and consistent. You know, I think those two things will really help you get pretty far. So yeah. What's up, guys? This is YoloPhonik, and this is In Conversation with Moke Studios. Also.